What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Hope all you're having a great day so far today. Getting into this episode of GH. So Dante and Sam showed up at the grill, at the Port Charles Grill. Cody up in there getting lit. Like, he is up in there getting juiced it. Like, that man is drunk. Like, he just drinking his sorrows away. So he gonna tell Dante and them that he leaving town. My first thought was, nah. Hey. Goodbye. Good riddance. Skedaddle. Kick rocks with no flip flops. I was happy when he said he was leaving town. I said, good, ain't shit here for you. Bye. Like, he said they're talking all depressed. Oh, I ain't got no family. I ain't got nothing keeping me here. I have no family. I don't have Britt. I don't have an inheritance. I don't even have this beer. Well, then get the fuck on then. Goodbye. Like, I don't know what you sitting around moping for. Good riddance. Scoop. Dante sitting there trying to convince him to stay. Oh, well, you still got me and Leo. We gonna miss you. We want you to stay. Shut up, Dante. The man is halfway out the city. Be quiet. Like, what you trying to get him to stay for? Trying to convince him to stay around. No. Shut your mouth, Dante. Shh. Don't say those words. Don't say stay. Let him go. And he's sitting there, oh, I ain't got no family. Numbnuts, you do have family. Your dumb ass won't tell your family that you are family, fool. Like, you're not sitting here trying to tell Mac that you're really his son, dumb. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, like, you won't even tell the man that you his son. So, yeah, you do have family. You just don't want the family because, what, they're not to your standard? They don't have wealth? You know what I'm saying? They ain't got ching. I'm willing to bet you $1,000,000 if Mac and Felicia and all them were multi-millionaires, like they were just sitting on millions and millions of dollars, Cody would have instantly said, oh yeah, I'm your son. You know he would have. But because they not wealthy people, I'm not your son. That's all he think about, asshole. So Dante got up to go get him some coffee, and Cody was telling Sam, okay, so tell me what you gotta say what you gotta say. And Sam was telling him, like, listen, I think it is a good idea if you leave town. She was like, because you're a con, basically, and you didn't just start your con game recently. She said she felt like it's been going on for way longer than what he, for what she think it is. She just don't get good vibes from him, and she think it's best that he go. So when she went to go take a call or a text or whatever about a case, Cody was pretty much telling Dante, like, he feel it is best for him to leave town because, God forbid, whatever's in that juvie record, whatever they did back in the day when they were kids, if that comes out, that can hurt them. You know what I'm saying? That can hurt people around them. It could just fuck shit up for them. Especially Dante and the people around him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll have a huge effect. My thing is, what the hell did y'all do that was so bad as kids? Like, what did you do? And do Olivia know about this? I'm assuming Olivia has to know, because if it's in the juvie record, I'm sure Olivia would know. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's juvie, so. But I'm like, what was so bad that what y'all do? So when Sam got back to the table and stuff, Dante sent Cody off in a ride share or whatever, got him a ride to go, because he obviously can't drive himself. Dante pretty much told Sam to back off of the juvie record. She was like, he told her to leave that alone. And as soon as he said that, because remember when Cody told her before that, Dante not squeaky clean or whatever, he got a pass to or whatever the case, when he alluded that, Dante did something illegal as a kid. And when she told Spinelli not to go looking in that sealed record, she had her suspicions that it was something bad. Dante pretty much, by Dante telling her, oh, leave it alone or whatever, she had that look on her face like she was very suspicious of him. And that pretty much confirmed to her that, yeah, you're definitely hiding something major. And I feel like Sam now, more than ever, is going to be determined to find out what's in that damn record. As a PI, her spidey senses were tingling. She's going to try to find out what it is. Because, and I can't say that I blame her. You know what I mean? Because her and Dante share a life together. They share a home together. Their families are blended together. You know what I'm saying? They share everything together at this point. So she needs to know, like, what did you do that was so bad as a kid? I think she has a right to know. You know what I'm saying? I definitely feel that way. Because you're living under the same roof as her and her kids. You know what I'm saying? As your own son, too. So she, just in case something comes back later to bite y'all in the ass, This way she knows about it and it won't be such a surprise. It won't, catch her off guard. I think she should know and he need to tell her. Um so anyway, moving on from that. I love it. Seeing my favorite veterans, Robert, Laura, and Felicia collectively looking into Victor and trying to figure out what the hell he up to. I love it. I love seeing that. Them all up in Robert's office trying to figure out what's in those diamonds that he want. So, Felicia ain't waste no time. She pulled out her little thing to look closely at the diamond. She said, yeah, I'm gonna look at this shit. She looked at it and she saw numbers, she saw letters on that shit, and she quickly looked into it and she was like, nah, that's not a serial number. So they came to the conclusion it's some type of code. And if they crack the code, then they can figure out what Victor's up to and they can stop him. So now that's what they need to do, crack the code. My thing is, what I think they should do, maybe bring in Spinelli or somebody. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he's good with stuff like that. So, you're going to need somebody that's good with decoding shit. And I think Spinelli might be good with that. I think they're going to need somebody. Not saying that they can't do it on their own, but I think they're going to need a little bit of help with somebody because it might take them a little longer to figure that out. So I would just bring somebody in. But I'm loving seeing them work together. I fucking love it. Anytime I get to see my vets working together, I'm here for it. And Felicia was asking that little officer where Mac was, and he was like, oh, he in a meeting, he in a big meeting or whatever. And he told her that Agent Witten got a lead on Anna's whereabouts. So, Felicia ain't waste no time getting on that phone warning Valentin. She was like, yeah, y'all need to get the hell up out of there. Because Valentin went to Ireland and found her there. I guess she was staying at Tiffany's place or something like that. It was so good to see my boo Anna. I said, look at Anna looking all good. She looks scrumptious. I love them together, Anna and Valentin. Like, there ain't shit Valentin won't do for that woman. Like, he don't give a damn. But he started to feel like it was a little too risky for him to show up there. But I love how Anna let him know, like, she appreciate his help. Because he was like, oh, I'm going to find Lucy and stuff like that. She appreciate his help because he was telling her what was going on back in Port Charles with Lucy and Holly and stuff like that. She appreciates the help, but she let him know, like, listen, I ain't no damsel in distress. I love it. I love it because Anna's not a damsel. She could definitely handle herself. But she told him, like, listen, we could work together on this. And that's another smart move because even though she's capable and she ain't no damsel, it's like she's still going to need some help because she can't clear her name all by herself. She going to need people in Port Charles too. Because Victor's there so they could keep an eye out. They could keep their ear to the ground, find out what he doing and how he moving and report that back to her. And maybe it'll help with a lead to clear her name. Valentin want to look around some of Victor's old stomping grounds and stuff like that because maybe that could be a clue to where he's holding Lucy. I love when they all working together. I love it. This is fun for me. And that's when he had got the phone call and stuff that they got a skedaddle because the agent, he got a lead on her. So they packing up, Anna packing up her stuff. They opened the door and there was somebody shocking standing behind the door. So I'm like, who the fuck is outside that door? Now I'm curious. I want to know who it is. Hopefully it's somebody good. It's a good reveal. So anyway, moving on from that, Victor pretty much done got Spencer out of Pentonville, but it comes with a few conditions, of course. Any little move he make, like, he gonna be watched. So any little move he make that's bad, he's gonna be sent right back to Pentonville. And of course, Victor, he was happy that Spencer was getting out because he felt like, oh, that should be considered my restitution to you or whatever. And he was happy because now he's not gonna be around Cyrus. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got to worry about Spencer being influenced by Cyrus. And Cyrus, I felt kind of bad for Cyrus, to be honest. He looked a little sad and stuff like that Spencer was leaving. He wants Spencer to keep in touch with him and, write him and stuff like that. So after Spencer left, him and Victor got into a little pissing contest. And Victor pretty much told him, like, listen, if Spencer does lay eyes on you, he said not even your God can save you. I'm like, Victor gonna go to hell with gasoline drawers on. Talking about you're God. I'm like, Victor, we know you the devil. You the devil himself. We know. Um, but I do like when Cyrus and Victor do battle, because I feel like Victor thinks that he's above Cyrus or whatever. But I'm like, you don't want Cyrus to tap into that old self now. He might have found religion and the Holy Spirit, but you don't want him to go back to old Cyrus, because old Cyrus, I feel, could give Victor a little run for his money. You don't want him to tap back into that little dark side now. Nicholas sitting over here still lying, because Finn came to see him about Esme, because he was like, I feel like Esme is somewhere on this island, and Nicholas was like, she's not here. So he tried to taunt him about him and Elizabeth and stuff like that and their strained relationship. So Finn was like, all right, I'll leave. He said, because obviously this was a mistake for me to come here and talk to Yolo Raggedy Tail. So he was like, I'll bring the cops back over here. They could search. And Nicholas was like, hell no. The mere mention of the police searching that damn place, Nicholas said, come back. He said, I'll go talk to the staff. No need to, get hostile. He said, I'll go talk to the staff. We don't need to go to extremes now. And that's when Finn spotted that damn prenatal vitamin bottle. I said, his mind's starting to turn now. He's starting to think some shit. And after he left, that's when Nicholas looked at the bottle, and I think Nicholas he started panicking a little bit, because I think Nicholas realized that Finn may have seen that bottle. I'm like, yeah, Nicholas, that's my thing, and that's why I feel Liz need to get the hell out of this thing. She need to find a way to get out from under this, because Nicholas keep assuring her, oh, I got this under control, I got that under control. He ain't got shit under control. He's winging it. He ain't got nothing under control. He's going with the flow. You know what I'm saying? He throwing shit to the wall, seeing what stick. That's not good. And the last thing Liz need right now is to be locked up on some damn accessory charges. You don't need that right now. But anything else you got going on, get out from under this bullshit. Because Nicholas ain't got nothing in hand. Everything is getting out of his control at this point. It's been out of control. He ain't in control of nothing. So he was shocked to see Spencer and stuff when Spencer came in there. They was explaining how Victor got him released and whatnot, and the conditions and all that stuff. And Victor giddy talking about, oh, we're all gonna be together for Christmas. I'm like, oh, Victor, shut up. But I'm telling you, it's gonna be hell with Spencer being out now. I'm like, please, him and Nicholas probably gonna be taunting each other, or he gonna be throwing shade at Nicholas. It's gonna be a hot mess, and I'm here for it. So anyway, moving on from that, I'm actually happy Liz and Jeff had that conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because it's been a long time coming, and Jeff finally took accountability, because you know what? That conversation he had with Heather Weber at Spring Ridge, where she pretty much read him for filth, that opened his eyes, and he realized, you know what? Everything Heather said about me was true, because it was. As crazy as Heather is, she's very lucid. Like, she know Jeff. You know what I'm saying? That's a man that she dealt with years ago. She know him. She know how he operate. And she told him the truth about himself. And he finally took her words, and he knew it was true. He runs away from everything. He does not take accountability. When shit get tough, he runs. And he told Elizabeth that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he finally took ownership for everything he's done. And he apologized. And, he was like, oh, I wish I could take it back. And Liz told him, like, listen, you don't have that option. We all don't have the option to take back stuff that we did back in the day. You know what I'm saying? You made mistakes that you have to live with, and I have to live with those mistakes too. It is what it is. And, she was waiting on him to say these things for so long, and she finally got the words from him. But you know what? It needs to be backed up with action. Because he talking about some, I love all of, I love you, I love Sarah, I love the grandkids. But my thing is, he needs to back that up with action, him and his wife. Because he talking about, I hope it's not another 25 years before I get to see you again. Well, that's up to you, good brother. That's up to you. Like, he's saying it's up to Elizabeth. Yes, it's up to her too, but it's also up to you. Because at the end of the day, you got to be consistent. Because one thing I can't stand is when a deadbeat parent leaves your life for so long, and then they wait until you're full grown, or they're old, or whatever the case, and then they want to come back in your life making all these apologies and stuff. But even after that, they're not consistent still. You know what I'm saying? The phone calls, the visits, it's not consistent. So it's like you basically fell back in the old pattern. So I would hate for Jeff and his wife to do that. You know what I'm saying? Make all these amends, but you're still not around. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't come into her life and her kids' life if you're not going to be consistent. Don't do that, because she don't want her kids to be let down by them, same way she was. So, don't do that. If you're gonna be in their life, be in their life. If not, keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? Say your goodbyes and go. I felt bad for Liz when she just broke down, because Terry told Finn how Liz was just talking to Jeff and stuff, and he just rushed in there to go see her and asking if she was okay, and she just broke down crying. Mind you, when she was hugging Finn, she had prenatal vitamins in her hand. It's not gonna be long before Finn pieced together what the hell going on between her and Nicholas. It is not gonna be long. Either he gonna misconstrue those prenatal vitamins, or he gonna figure it out. Like, it's gonna be either miscommunication and he gonna think something else, or he gonna piece together that Esme there may be and Esme pregnant. I don't know. Or maybe he might just keep a watchful eye on her ass. I don't know. But like I said, I felt bad for Liz though. But at least she got some type of closure, with her mother and father, mainly her father. But, I don't know where Carolyn is, but, at least you got some type of answers. You got some answers, you got some type of closure. That's all you can, that's all you can hope for, honestly. So anyway, moving on from that, I was happy for Britt, but I was sad for Britt at the same time, man. I was happy for her because she's so excited about this party. She was calling up the Hornet Star to rent the place out. She was like, I want to turn up. Like, I want to have a big party. Like, I want to go out with a blast. Go out with a bang and stuff. I was happy for her. I really was, but I was sad at the same time because I said, damn. Like, I couldn't imagine having no life-altering disease like that. I just couldn't fathom that shit, how I would respond. Like Britt, she even invited Terry to her birthday party and stuff like that. And she was singing her praises. She was just telling her like, I couldn't imagine doing this job without you. And Terry was looking at her wondering like, okay, so where's all this coming from? Like, why are you saying all this? Um, and Britt was even telling her how she would be a great chief of staff all on her own, like without a partner and stuff. And so Terry was like, okay, so, like jokingly asking Britt, like, are you quitting on me or something? Like, you resigning? And Britt was just like, well, nothing lasts forever. I'm like, oh my God. I feel so bad for Britt. I really do. Because let me tell you something. I think the writers over the years, as far as the evolution of Britt's character, I think they've done a great job. Because when Britt first came on the show, a lot of people could not stand her. Don't get me wrong, a lot of people still don't like her now. But a lot of people could not stand her back then. Like I didn't like Britt back then. She was such a little witch. But to see her character development in these last 10 years has been crazy. Um, like she went from hated to, in my opinion, for me, loved because I love this character, and it's gonna suck to see her go. But hopefully they find a way to, when her schedule, the actress's schedule clears up, and hopefully they find a way to weave her back into the show because I would love Britt to stay. Honestly, I have enjoyed this character, but I can't wait to see her party, man. I think the party gonna be dope. Um, but anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section, let me know what you all thought, and I will see you all later. Have a great night. Peace.